This fantastic medieval illustration lends a little insight into how we think we thought we think. It comes from a manuscript that was assembled in England from the early 14th century, and it was a bit of a compendium and contained different types of writings that focus on different types of disciplines. And this particular illustration tries to break down the concept of thought into discrete little units. So the illustrator in the first component identifies a structure as something that translates to common sense. The idea that the brain receives sensory information. The second region translates, or at least it derives from, the Latin word imagio, which means image. So this region, together with the common senses, can fabricate or construct some sort of an image. Now, how do we think about this image and how do we judge this image? Well, this comes from the third region. To cogitate is to think deeply on something, right? And to estimate or to judge together kind of thinks about and interprets the image. And with all of this processing, it can then be shuttled towards our memory. So in a sense, this takes something that is experienced and part of our lived experience, influences, considers it, and then transfers it to memory. And what I like about this image is that although these regions are connected, there isn't really a sense of A to B to C, but more of a crossing and influence of networks, which I take to interpret that something like judgment can be influenced by deep thought can be influenced by judgment, right? And these together can also influence the way we process and store memories. I think it's fantastic. As always, if you'd like to learn more, I'll link to references.